4 without loss. Look at the two teams. Two changers, LANKA and Asita Fernando for Sri Lanka. Nur Ahmed, the left arm spinner, coming into the side. He bowls wrist spin, left arm wrist spin. Mystery bowler. These wrist spinners are priceless in the void ball format. We're going to see some off spin from Mahesh Deekshana. 13 wickets in 12 games. Best of 4 for 37. He's pretty comfortable at the top, Mahesh Deekshana, bowling with a newish ball rather than bowling in the middle. He starts off in the power plays. He's quite used to that in T20 cricket. But just that inward movement, he gets that ball to slide in and just a bit of swing back into the right-hander.
He's had a good game in the second one-day international between Afghanistan and Sri Lanka, and this is the ball that we were talking about, just like we were praising it. This one much fuller, kind of commentator's curse, conceding a boundary, but what a beautiful shot that. Straight bat.
Again, it's about the execution. That delivery, we spoke about his scoring areas in the previous game, where we did see that he's very strong in the V, so he likes balls pitched up to him, likes to go through the line, likes to go over the top. Again, that swing back into the right-handed batter. See, this is what we're talking about. Look at how prolific he is between mid-off and mid-on, that V area. Nothing really behind the wicket. This is in the series. A bit square on either side. But he bides his time and then goes over the top.
Yeah, you're rightly accurate about the fact that he's playing more on the V. You see the 33%, 30%.
See, that might be the length. That might be the length that the bowlers will be forced to bowl. Just back of a length. Not letting him come forward and play those shots, but getting on the back foot. But he hasn't really been too prolific. Loves to go over the top. Just that hint of moment back into the right-hander.
And most importantly, Deekshana is not offer him the room where he's comfortable playing. That is to be able to go with the loft. Pitching a little far from his reach, making him play for the shot.
This time, quick single, good running, pressure on the fielder, ran with the shot, 6 without loss. Another look at the two teams. Dunith LANKA, the only left-arm spinner in the Sri Lankan lineup. Rajitha continues. Played on! Kasun Rajitha, bit of extra pace. Outside the off stump. And a big booming square cut attempted.
That you play close to your body, playing it a bit away from the body. And the pace doing the trick. In the previous over, he was bowling at 130. This time 136 and yielding the wicket for Sri Lanka. Doesn't look a happy marks after making only 5. Afghanistan 6 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Ramat Shah. Right, Ramat Shah is the new batsman. Afghanistan losing a wicket pretty early. Ramat Shah, another experienced player, 500s, 22 50s, decent strike rate, average closing in on 40 over 3,000 runs. 2 slips with Ramat Shah on strike. Just gets the ball to shape away from the right-hander. And, well, take a look at this wicket. Had the width outside the off stump. He was looking to try and slam it away. Just a bit of extra bounce. And playing it off an under edge. He's really looking to hit it very hard. Rajitha getting a bit of extra bounce, a bit of extra pace. The width was right. Just at the bounce. Again going full. I think that's the length to bowl to Ramat Shah, because if you look at him initially, he really doesn't have a big stride out as he comes in. So the Sri Lankans will be looking to go full to him. You know him, Ahmed? That is Percy, the famous one-man cheering squad. He's been cheering Sri Lanka cricket for almost close to 50 years. He's an amazing character.
Wow. And Sri Lanka is always entertained. You talk about Sanajai Surya, Arjuna Ranatunga, Arvinda De Silva, Lasit Malinga, Thisara Pereira.
Those were all on the field. This guy was off the field.
That's what I'm saying. These players are entertaining that guy off the field with the wonderful gameplay that the Sri Lankans put there. Sri Lanka has always given a wonderful game of cricket. I've always enjoyed the way Sanath was playing, for instance. Like at times Sanath was playing the fast cricket that now is a custom. Oh, this one, well played by Ramat Shah. Fielder not able to stop it. Will be a boundary once again. Ramat Shah opens his account.
I can understand the thinking behind that delivery. Rajitha going full, looking for that pad. That Ramat Shah sometimes tends to play slightly across in front. But this was perfectly executed. Not an easy shot to play. Beyond drive, but very well played.
Yeah, so I was talking about Sanajai. I can remember what kind of game he was playing. And at that time, the ordinary, like, kind of, even not 40, but Sanath, if he was there out there in the middle, he would just entertain the fans. So Sri Lanka's continued to provide entertaining games of cricket. End of the third over, Afghanistan 10 for the loss of 1 wicket.
Good pass, the batter dismissed. Ball by Rajitha for 5. Ibrahim 1. Ramat Shah has made 4. It's going to be the off-spin, fastish off-spin, mystery spin of Vahish Tikshana. Hits it hard onto the boot. I think again he was looking to whip it away on the onside, but there is a gap on the leg side. You can understand what Ibrahim is trying to do, because midfielder, he can look to hit it with the turn. There is a long on out and a square leg out. That's That's a better looking shot because he's playing it with a much straighter bat rather than looking to play it across.
That's the key, play with the straight bat. As much as he's saying. As you were just talking about it. So he tried and give it a little bit of air. And Ibrahim doesn't look in a mood to smash it. He just wants to milk it around, build his innings. That's how he plays. And it's important they stay out there in the middle. They've already lost one quick wicket, and that was of the prolific batsman Rahmanullah Gurbaz. They don't want to give away another wicket, so that's the right thing to do, I guess. Take singles and go for the bad balls.
Good bowling, very good bowling that time. Again, you could see that swing back into the right-hander. And also as he bowls off spin, it made it easier for him to play it with the turn, with the movement to long on. But he also skids on with his carom ball. That was a poor delivery. That was really a poor delivery. That was a drag down. Mahesh Theekshana just completely missed it. And punched off the back foot by Ibrahim.
Yeah, that's too short. Too short. And he had all the time in the world. Look at this. Just pitching it too short and well played. No chance for the fielder to stop that. Another boundary conceded. So Afghanistan going on fine. So far 16 runs on the board. They're already in the 4th over of the power play. On the other hand, Sri Lanka's made a good start. They've already got the dangerous Rahmanullah Gurbaz out.
That's better. That's better. That's the line. That's the length. He would rather prefer the batter coming forward, as he would look to bowl around that off stump. That again is the carom ball, where he would expect it to try and hold its line or leave the right-hander and then find the outside edge. If it's an off break, he would just spin back a little bit just like that from outside the off stump. 16 for 1. It's a good toss for Afghanistan to win. Very good toss. The 3rd time. Made full use of it when they won the toss in the first game. They'll be looking forward to something good. Batting first on the surface. Rajitha it is with 2 slips. Rahmat Shah on strike. The thing about Rajitha Hamadi is that he's bowled with good control. He bowled within himself. His lines and lengths have been very, very good.
I believe the hammering he got in the first ODI on the 43rd over that he played, and then he got for 16 runs. After that, he's come back so strong since then. He's found his line in length. He's played with the mind of the batter. He's not given the batters enough to play with. So that's been a very good comeback. The sad story though is Mr. Groom is out here playing his game for Sri Lanka, while after marriage you'd be expecting honeymoon. So 3 Sri Lankans players getting married but no honeymoon for them.
Just pushed through from wide of the crease. Just looking to bring it back into the right-hander. Ibrahim. Russell Arnold has a question for you from behind the box. I wonder whether you would like to answer it.
I'm only thinking what I might just have as an answer for Russell Arnold. What people do on the honeymoon? That was the question from Russell Arnold. Now, if we know anything about it or not, at least what these 3 players have lost would tell you what is it we have missed having Mr. Honeymoon.
I'm lost for words. I'm truly lost for words. Good Lord.
So here's one, here's another, and Nisanga. So Nisanga, Asalanka and Rajita will tell you what they have missed really. Back to the game. That's been on the pads, and another boundary.
Not a great delivery. That was too straight. That was just going down the leg side a little bit. With the mid-wicket area open, it became quite easy. Good pitch. Just the roll of the wrist. With that angle, it became quite easy for the batter to put it away. The Rahmat Shah moves to 10. He goes ahead of Ibrahim. Both batters have looked good. The surface have looked good. The ball has come onto the bat nicely. Every time it's been slightly offline, they have pounced. Right, they got a man down to backward square leg, short fine leg comes into the circle. So far, yep, 6 runs off the over, 22 for 1. For 1. We're going to see a change of bowling. We're going to see Lalage coming on. Well, we've heard in the matchups that the Afghan batsmen, well, they do have this known talking. Just before we go there, let's take a look at this. This is Sri Lanka for you. Plenty of wildlife, wonderful place to visit. And if you're thinking about it, I think you should come. Not just the wildlife, as I've said before. Beautiful beaches, lovely culture, good food, and friendly people. Just on the subject of Lalage and the Afghan batsman, what we've heard is that, as per the matchups, shows that the Afghan batsmen have this vulnerability against left-arm spin. They haven't scored, or they have been scoring at little over 3.5 runs an over. And almost every 4 overs, they've been dismissed by a left-arm spinner.
This has been a good change for me in the Sri Lankan squad. Straight away with Lalage, bowling the first one right on the money. Sri Lankan fans celebrating as always. So yeah, I think Afghanistan will have also worked on their balanced strength against the left arm, but that's a spot on, Roshan. Not to be, concedes his first boundary. Ibrahim Sadran hitting him square off the wicket.
Well, it's not an easy time to bowl with the power plays on. The Sri Lankan captain bringing on the young left-arm spinner. But it wasn't a great delivery with a length that was short, so allowed him